What up, YouTube? It's Knowledge of Self-Determination. So, I wanted to talk about the subject of boycotting the NFL. Brothers in the LDBC are talking about boycotting the NFL because of the seemingly the ban on Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick's contract with the 49ers is up, and he's shopping around for new teams, and no team is seemingly wanting to pick Colin Kaepernick up, even though Colin said that he would stand next season for the national anthem. I have mixed emotions about that. I think he should stand on his principles, and don't allow these fuckers to make him compromise his integrity. Even though, honestly, and on the other hand, I don't think he would be compromising his integrity, because he stood up for this. He stood up against an entire nation who hated him for what he did. Right? He stood up when nobody prompted him to stand up. He was a man of his character, a man of principle, and he put his money where his mouth was, on top of protesting the national anthem, which is a song. If you guys know the history of the national anthem, look it up and look up the missing verse or verses from the national anthem that talks about slavery. Yeah, look it up. Just about everything in this country, especially the things that are part of the foundations of this country, are steeped in white supremacy and racism. Steeped in it. Now, about back to Colin Kaepernick. I've been boycotting the NFL for years already myself. I'm not trying to play down other guys protesting the NFL, boycotting the NFL. But I haven't watched football in years, and I'm gonna give you my reasons why. One, as I got older and started learning, as I became an adult and watching the game, after the fascination of the game and just the sheer fanboyism of the game started to wear down a little bit as I got older, I started to analyze. I started to look at it a little bit more, right? Why aren't there more black coaches, more black head coaches in the NFL? Granted, there have been a few, and the ones that we have had have been, a lot of them have been excellent coaches. Why haven't there been more? Why aren't there more black quarterbacks in the NFL? Why? Why is it almost imperative for these NFL teams to have a white dude as the team captain or the head of the team, basically the quarterback? Because they build teams around quarterbacks for the most part. Because the quarterback is the key to victory, one of the keys to victory. How is it that there aren't any black team owners? There are plenty of black people out here with the money to own a team, but how come there aren't any? Why is that an industry that black people have seemingly have been barred from exploring, right? So I've always had questions about the NFL. And there was one thing that I always knew that was consistent about the NFL and NBA. All the money that these dudes make, that is fucking slave money, man. That is money that our ancestors made for their ancestors, picking cotton and tobacco in this country as slaves. That is slave money, man. That's why these dudes, first off, that's why these owners have so much money, and that's why they're able to pay these dudes the money that they pay them. You dudes are living off of slave money, man. Real talk. NBA, baseball, basketball, you're living off of, you guys are eating off of slave trade money. But yeah, the whole Colin Kaepernick thing is just another thing to add to the list. Black people, take this into account. They know that black people want to be a part of these leagues because of the money that they can make. They know this. Because black people will sacrifice principle for a paycheck, right? We'll sacrifice our integrity for an income. You get what I'm saying? And that shit has got to stop. We have to stand on principle and integrity. Because without us, they don't have an NFL. They don't have an NFL. Without us, they don't have an NBA. They don't have a National Basketball Association. They don't have a National Football League. Without black talent, these games would not be what they are if it were not for our natural athleticism and our strength, our athletic prowess. These games would not be what they are today. But white people saw how they could profit and monetize our athletic abilities. Give us a couple of bones and we'll be okay. While they take the whole turkey, you know what I'm saying, and run off with it, they toss you a couple of bones, a couple of scraps. And you're happy with that. Because eating scraps is better than not eating anything at all, right? But take that into account, man. They need us. They need black people for the talent pool. They need us to teach other people, other races of people, how to play these games the way we do. Because without us, they don't have anything. If black players said, you know what, man, fuck the NFL, fuck the NBA. I'm going to go to school to become a lawyer, a doctor, an electrician, or whatever. Or whatever. Or hell, come together and form your own league. But we all know that's easier said than done when it comes to black people. Because the one thing black people hate more than anything else is a white man pulling the check from under their ass. We know this. Threaten a black man with losing out on some money. Man, he'll sell your soul, his soul, and his mama's soul. And that's sad. That's a sad reality of our people. But boycott the NFL, man. I say boycott the NBA too, to be honest with you. If there are brothers out here, like I heard rumored that Ice Cube want to start up his own basketball league, if there are brothers out here trying to do it on their own, without white people being at the head of the table, support that. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. You feel me? I'm all for it. What I don't like is white people constantly profiting off of our prowess and then controlling us once we do that. Because these dudes' lives aren't their own. Their lives aren't their own. They are controlled by the paychecks that they get because they are part of these organizations and these leagues. But yeah, I am in total agreement. Boycott the NFL. Boycott it. If Colin Kaepernick cannot get signed to a team, boycott the NFL. Among other reasons. I'm going to continue to boycott the NFL. If Colin Kaepernick does make it to another team successfully, I'm still going to boycott the NFL because it's not going to take away the white supremacist slave owner mentality that these owners have. And we all know they're racist as fuck. It's not going to take that away. It's not going to take away the fact that they control us with money and the fact that we're so dumbfounded over money that we allow ourselves to be controlled. It's not going to take away any of that. So I'm going to continue my protest of the NFL. I'm going to continue my protest of the mainstream media. I'm going to continue to be in protest of these things because these things don't serve to benefit us at all.